Anytime you want to play. Okay. So, last we left off, many moons ago, we had helped Arya storm the gates of Omega to take back Omega from Cerberus. What's out here?
We're on our way.
Here are we now? I'm kind of looking at stuff here. Activated generator. Ah. Oh, yeah.
That's it. Cerberus is pulling out.
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
The Talons will join your cause. Someone's got to make sure you don't run roughshod over our people.
You see, Shepard.
Let me guess. She said I was predictable and therefore easy to manipulate.
Pretty much word for word. She thinks she's playing you.
Nothing new here. One thing, though. I maintain command over my people. This is not up for debate.
Just have them ready.
Oh, they'll be ready.
Oh, she started going, okay, we won there between 1 and 3, and then goes, oh no, it'll be 3 to 5, and then she kind of backtracks and goes, no, I'm sorry, I forgot, it's 1 to 3. So it's just stupidity. And then at the end of it, they're like, would you like to sit there and fill out a survey for us? I'm like, no.
We just need to bring down the force field to clear the way to Afterlife, which will release Omega's civilians. Cerberus will have 1,000,000 fires to put out. In one fell swoop, we'll have the people in the Talons working for us.
You might not want to compromise your alliance before it even takes shape.
I've learned not to put much stock in truth and goodwill.
It might be time to start again.
Tell you what, I'll take it under advisement. Now, I'll be at the command console plotting our next move.
Urgently, your attention, if you please.
Things are starting to
Um,
heat up over here. We need to bring you in fast. Ruck? Ruck, can you hear me?
let me know, how's the
Don't
audio?
do that again. I thought I lost your signal. Yeah, well, don't do that again.
Urgently, your attention, if you please. Tentative excitement. Welcome to Harrop's Emporium, human. Relieved. I am grateful for Arya's return. Hidden back room was getting confining. Her patrol liberated me. Cunningly, I have a plan to recoup my losses since the Cerberus takeover. Informative. The General threw out Arya's couch from Afterlife upon taking over. I would like to gain her favor by returning it. Temptingly, if you find it and send me the coordinates, I will make it worth your while.
It's not a priority, but I'll keep my eyes open.
Appreciative. Upon success, I will give you a finder's fee for your trouble.
I'll let you know.
Courteously, have a nice day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want to buy anything.
Hmm.
Approvingly, welcome back, human. Tentative anticipation. Courteously, please enjoy your shopping.
Relax. I got this. This door's on lockdown.
Okay, better?
All right. I think I figured out where you are.
Scouts are ready to go.
Talk to me, Az.
I've located
Okay.
the source that's powering the Cerberus force fields.
Yes, I see. Shepard, take a look at this. The General is siphoning power from one of my main reactors deep in the bowels of Omega's mines.
Unfortunately,
Didn't
access
have
is cut
time.
off by the force fields themselves.
Not completely. There's an open route through that dark area, then up.
The processing plant for one of the mines. It's been powered down. No force fields blocking it.
We infiltrate there, find our way through the mine, then take that elevator to the reactor's back door.
Good eyes, Shepard. Let's go.
Not without me.
Arya, my patrol caught her in the perimeter.
Please. You didn't catch me. We're allies now. Didn't Arya tell you?
Nyreen was expected, Bray. Return to your station.
The Talons are ready, but if I'm sending my people into the breach, I want to make sure those force fields come down for good. So like it or not, you're stuck with me.
It's almost as if you don't trust me.
It's exactly as if I don't trust you.
We're going to war together. I'll make sure we can rely on each other.
Agreed, Commander. Glad one of you isn't on a power trip.
Go wait by the med bay, Nyreen. We'll join you shortly. Shepard, I have last-minute orders to dole out. I'll meet you there, too.
Oh, will you now?
I can almost taste it, Shepard. Once we stop the leaching of the reactor, my path to the General will be clear.
Well, aside from the thousands of troops standing between him and us.
Details. We don't have time to waste. Is there something you want to talk about?
What happens when we bring the force fields down?
The people revolt, chaos ensues, and we lead the Talons and my forces on a wanton path right through the General's command center in Afterlife.
A bloodbath.
It's true. When the force fields come down, all hell breaks loose. But as far as I'm concerned, all the blood's on Petrovsky's hands.
Speaking of Petrovsky, I just didn't have time today. I'll see what I can do tomorrow, maybe.
Is your hatred for the General getting the best of you?
I'd say it's bringing out the best in me. The man has turned Omega into a prison and a launch pad for Cerberus campaigns. You should hate him too. I, for one, can't wait to finally get my hands on him.
If that's the case, I am going to need your address.
Do you think Nyrene's over whatever happened between you?
It was a long time ago. But Nyrene's the type that doesn't forget. I run roughshod over most people, and if the tracks I leave aren't deadly, they're at least permanent. As different as we are, I don't wish her ill. So long as she doesn't get in my way.
I won't bother you with more questions.
All right, when you're ready, I'll meet you and Nyrene at the exit by the med bay.
But I tell you what, I wish that,
You're in first. Shepard, got a second?
I wish, they were still doing will call. I wish we had will call again.
I know time is short, but I was hoping we could talk. Alone.
Arya will be joining us soon. Now may be our only chance.
I'm not trying to undermine Arya. I know she has to be ruthless. Let her have revenge. I'm not doing this for me, and I'm not doing it for Arya or what we once had.
It's for the people of Omega. I get it.
Someone has to be their voice in all this. Incredibly powerful forces are about to do battle, with them caught in the middle. I just hope, as we bring down those force fields and go to war, that you can keep the people in mind.
What's your impression of Petrovsky?
An adversary worthy of respect. And not just because he's shrewd. When I was starting to organize the Talons, he offered amnesty to anyone who set down their weapon. A few of my people surrendered, and he made good on his word.
So he has a code.
And, as near as I can tell, it doesn't exactly match the elusive man's.
So tell me about the Talons here.
Are your people ready for the fight?
You needn't worry about the Talons, Shepard. They were thieves and scoundrels once, but they serve with integrity now. We're fighting for a better world. I have to wonder if the same can be said for our Asari friend. I suppose we'll know soon enough.
Well, speaking of Arya,
How did you get mixed up with Arya?
I was happy in the Turian military, but when my biotic abilities started to manifest, my superiors saw fit to reallocate me. They practically locked me away. I couldn't use my skills to benefit my people, so I quit. I floated around the galaxy, looking for a new purpose.
And you found your way here?
More like I lost my way here. But then there was this beautiful, fierce creature who didn't let anyone define her. I'll admit, I was mesmerized. I wanted a little bit of that to rub off on me.
did it get serious?
How close were you two?
The draw was undeniable. Her strengths mirrored my insecurities. Maybe deep down it was the same for her. But trying to be with her turned into trying to be her. Irene Kandros was vanishing.
You seem like your own person to me.
For all the drama between us, I'm grateful to Arya. She helped me remember who I am. It took a lot to break away from her, but I regret nothing.
So tell me about the adjutants.
You're a veteran. Why are you so disturbed by these adjutants?
I know fighting Reapers is old hat to you, Commander. But these... what they do to people? They could still be out there. And if they return, I don't want to even think about what would happen to Omega's people. The image of that drives me and haunts me.
It's interesting, like, I can't get over the voice, because that's the voice of RC from Transformers Prime. So that's all my brain is going to, is RC.
What do you know about the Cerberus force fields?
The technology comes from beyond the Omega-4 relay. Flesh disintegrates upon contact. The power required must be enormous. I fear that disrupting it could destabilize other systems on the station. I hope we'll proceed with care and certainty.
Alright, we gotta go.
Appreciate it, Nyrene. We're heading out soon.
I'll be ready.
Yeah, man, that's RC.
Commander.
All right, let's see if we can make some more progress here.
We're arriving at one of the ESO processing plants. It's been powered down, so we'll have to pry open the door.
I'll get it.
Access to the mine should be on the far side.
And the reactor is beyond that?
According to the schematics. I ran Omega and Irene. I didn't work the mines myself.
No. You had indentured servants for that. Spirits.
Relax. They're all Cerberus.
They've been ripped to shreds.
I don't like this.
Yeah, something's in here. Because there's lots of blood. It's cool, though. I don't like this, though. Like, I just have this feeling that something's going to be jumping out at us pretty soon.
I suppose.
Okay, we all got the right ammo. Okay. Yeah,
More
something...
dead.
It's a bloodbath. I've got a bad feeling. We shouldn't be...
Quiet. What's that sound?
I don't like this at
An
all.
adjutant.
Oh no. The General must have locked this place down to keep it inside.
I don't like this at all. Oh, please tell me you're hearing that growl.
The elevator to the mines is through that door.
It's deactivated.
Okay.
Then we need to power this place up. There should be a master circuit breaker somewhere.
These pipes power the door. We should follow them.
Pipes power the door. Oh, goody.
The whispering's receding.
Maybe the adjutant doesn't like its odds.
Don't kid yourself. I've seen one of those things take down a squad of soldiers.
Down this ladder.
We're gonna turn the lights on, and all hell's gonna break loose.
There's the power control.
When this is over, there'll be a lot of repairs to make.
I hope you'll focus on the civilian areas first.
You are relentless.
That's one thing we have in common.
Oh, shit.
Unload on it! Nardine, wake up!
I hate those things.
Hate should make you deadlier. That looked like fear to me.
All right, back to the door.
That was not fear. It was fine.
Another one.
Fire at will!
So here's my problem with this plan. This place was completely powered down, and all of a sudden it has juice. You don't think the general isn't going to be paying attention and going, hey, look, this place lit up like a Christmas tree. Because if he's as smart and ruthless as you guys say he is...
More adjutants!
Where?
We can't let them escape.
They don't seem all that hard.
I think we got them all.
Let's try the elevator again. Stay alert. All right, into the elevator.
I'll seal the door. Just in case.
On to the mines.
Oh, goody.
What's eating you?
Just processing. It's clear the General sealed that area to keep the adjutants in.
Along with some unlucky soldiers.
Yes. The creatures killed them, but didn't turn them into more adjutants. Can't shake it. Something's off.
You're just spooked.
There's a rhythm to this place, Arya. To Cerberus. If you'd stuck it out here, maybe you'd feel it too.
Whatever's in our way, we deal with it.
You can hear the drills. Damn it. They shouldn't be straining like that.
Cerberus must be working them hard.
Access to the reactor is somewhere on the upper level.
Let's find a way up there.
I mean, it's definitely neat getting to see the inner workings of, Omega. Like, it's different from everything that we've seen so far. Oh, he got ganked pretty good. Yo. Like they've got a mining operation in here.
We can use that maintenance elevator across the way.
Okay.
We need to find an alternate route across.
Fucker sat there and blew it up. Okay, fine. Find an alternate route. There's a ladder right here. Yo. They're mining Ezo.
Looks like that goes under the conveyor belt.
Jesus. Oh, I didn't even see you.
Bathrooms are running this place too hot. It'll burn out in a month. Stay focused.
Ladies, move. Thank you.
I think this is going to get us there.
Though, if we get done with this tonight, or at least if we get done with this in a reasonable period of time, we'll do Citadel tonight.
Head up.
Sorry, Mom's asking about the camera stuff. It's like, it does it have to be Nest? I was like, no. There's multiple, there's multiple brands and stuff and like that out there. It just means that you might have multiple apps that you might need to go through in order to monitor stuff. I said I'll look into it. We'll take a look and see. Yeah, I know Citadel's in the title. I forgot about it. I forgot how far or not far we did Omega.
Made it. Hit the switch.
So we'll do Citadel.
They know our target. Expect heavy reinforcements.
Just stay focused and find the access point to the reactor.
I will take a look at him.
Looks like Cerberus invaded here. Killed everyone.
Now we're paying them back in kind.
I'm sure your dead workers feel much better now.
The elevator to the reactor is across the way.
Oh shit.
Careful. This place is falling apart.
I appreciate it. Like I said, she's already got a subscription for
Strange.
her
We're not being attacked anymore.
Yep, be ready for anything.
her doorbell. So having it in the same kind of in the same family just makes sense. I said the one big thing is it's got to be battery powered. I don't have a way to wire this thing in for power right now, because of where we're thinking about mounting it.
Why are you grinning, Arya?
We're almost there. When the force fields come down, this war finally begins.
For some of us, it started months ago.
That wasn't war, babe. That was just warm-up.
Babe.
There's the reactor. Straight ahead.
Kinda figured. I don't know if solar is going to be a good spot, just because, again, where we're mounting it, it may not always get sun, but something that we can just quick, you know, chuck into a charger or something like that would be, oh shit.
I commend you. Your plan of attack was impeccable.
Looks like we were expected.
More like lured.
I knew the reactor would be the hard target. I gave you no choice but this route.
Why don't you do this in person, Petrovsky? Get your own hands dirty.
I take no pleasure in any of this, Commander. You're the ones trying to start a war for the glory of Aria. But now it's over.
This isn't over until your next of kin can't identify you.
I love your bravado, but have the sense to know when you're beaten. You've been neutralized, and I can leave you there to rot. You might as well give up.
Never!
Ari, what are you thinking?
I'm not going out like this!
Arya, don't!
What the hell is she trying to do? Damn it, Arya, you're forcing my hand. We'll do it your way, then.
Nyreen, Max!
Come on, Arya, get this thing done.
No! Shepard, I can't hold this much longer! Go!
Spirits, Arya. How did you know you could do that?
I didn't. Okay. I be chillin'.
Shepard, there's no let up. The mechs just keep coming.
Stay alive over there.
Working on it.
can't do this, Commander. There's more at stake than you know. That reactor powers life support systems for dozens of wards across the station. Shut it down and thousands of people perish.
You hearing this, Arya?
Yes, and I don't care. Shut it down! Shepard, don't! Try rerouting power away from the force fields.
Damn it. Hold tight down there.
Rerouting the power to maintain the other systems.
Are you crazy? We're almost spent. Nyreen, watch your flank.
This is who you're working for, Shepard. She doesn't care who gets hurt.
What are you waiting for? Overload the reactor.
She'd just thrown thousands of lives away.
Shepard, Nyreen's down. I'm stabilizing. You can't reroute power in time. Hit the fucking overload. Now!
This shouldn't be that hard. Maybe something inside is holding you back. Maybe deep down you're starting to think the galaxy might be better off without her. She's never going to learn. She'll never change. Even if you win, Omega loses.
Enough.
Game on.
So be it. All units, battle stations, prepare for attack. Get the demolition crews into position.
You okay? Despite your best efforts to kill me, your soft heart almost cost me everything.
Quiet, Arya. It worked. Shepard saved us without sacrificing innocent lives. I applaud her.
I suppose. Whatever. You fought bravely against those mechs in there, Nyreen. Very impressive.
But
But
Why can't you bring that same grit when adjutants attack? It's pathetic. You tense up at the mere mention of those abominations.
Lay off. She just saved you.
I'm trying to help her, Shepard. Call it tough love. The war's starting. I don't mean to miss it.
she's never been big on thank yous. Getting reports. All force fields down. Civilians taking to the streets in droves. Cerberus pulling back.
That won't last.
The people don't have the training to go up against Cerberus front lines. They'll be wiped out.
Civilian casualties can't be avoided. You'll have to accept this.
Say what you will, Arya. I won't allow senseless deaths.
Do what you can to protect them.
Of course, Commander.
Arya, Bray here.
Report.
My team is scouting the maintenance tunnels. We've encountered Cerberus forces escorting engineers. They're moving gear. Look to be setting explosives to the station's central support columns.
Bray, engage. Delay them as long as you can. We're coming.
Got it. Roll out, people.
If they detonate the main column, they'll cut off the way to Afterlife. The Talon offensive will be stopped cold.
So we split up.
Yes. Nyreen, lead the frontal assault. Shepard and I will meet you in the markets after we've taken care of those bombs.
Of course. But don't count on me building your memorials if you get yourselves killed.
thanks,
I
Nyreen.
like it when you're feisty. The only route to the central column is through the tunnels.
Look out. Don't let them through.
Arya's apparently out there shooting people. I was gonna use that. Apparently I can't now. You only have that one shot? That sucks. Bet that hurt.
Reinforcements!
Woohoo, we leveled up.
Took up the catwalk, but we can extend the dam in the control room. That should get us across. Let's go.
Not just yet. I'm looking around.
Irene here. We've engaged Cerberus and cleared our first target. ETA to the Gozu district is on track.
Excellent.
Aaron, found what you wanted. Sending you the coordinates now.
Is that my couch? All right. Sure.
Is that my couch? Yes, I will shoot your toes in order to get through.
Shepard, we need to get to the central column before Cerberus sets off those bombs.
We're hitting less resistance. I think they're sending forces your way.
They're messing with the support columns. We have to stop them. Over there! We can get to the bomb controls once the access panels are open. This way.
I know, but I want to look around. There's all sorts of goodies. Potentially all sorts of goodies. And that's the way we came in. Okay.
Got it. Those bombs just went live. The console is locked. We'll have to manually disable them.
Oh, good.
Take care of the bombs, Shepard. I'll handle Cerberus.
Sequence confirmed. ETA.
Three left. Two more. Just one to go.
Bomb's gone.
This way, Shepard. Over here. We're clear. Good. Nyreen, things are under control here. What's your situation?
We're advancing through the Gozu district. Move forward. Keep that flank covered.
Yes, boss.
We're holding our own, but Cerberus has started targeting the civilians. Reports of casualties are coming in from all sectors.
Save those you can, and head for the rendezvous point. We'll meet you there.
We'll do what we can. Nyreen out.
So how exactly do we get to Afterlife from here? I'm thinking the straightforward approach, for a change.
Straightforward it is.
Cerberus. How do you know that? Could be the Talons. Never mind.
How do you know that? Just 'cause. I just do. I'm good like that.
Damn it. Az, there are adjutants here. Track our progress and seal the rooms behind us.
Yes, Arya.
Looks like they bit off more than they could chew.
We should get a move on.
That's it? There's nothing here, huh? Got one room just for that. That's kind of a waste of a room. Okay, what is this?
Civilian population contained, we should be ready to initiate the next phase of the project on schedule. Before host conversion, we should begin the process of fusing the control implants to the subject's nervous systems. With the current success ratio, we project being able to surpass demand by 300%.
A fair question.
The first-generation adjutants have been transferred from the containment area and are being outfitted with the implants. The previous batches have been processed and moved to the storage area. We can now control when and where the adjutants convert their victims. Initial testing on various species provides ample proof the virus can adapt flawlessly, regardless of the host used. With the civilian population contained, we should be ready to initiate the next phase of the project on schedule. Before host conversion, we should begin the process of fusing the control implants to the subject's nervous systems. With the current success ratio,
that's
we
true.
project
Also
being able
true.
to surpass demand by 300%.
Those idiots were experimenting on adjutants.
That explains the ones we saw earlier.
So interesting piece. If you've ever played or watched somebody play Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen North DLC talks specifically about the Yellowstone caldera, the whole bit, and you actually end up having a bit of a boss fight inside of it. It's a bit much to get into, but it's actually a really cool area.
Extra security. The doors only open one at a time.
Makes sense considering what they had locked up in here.
Door's unlocked. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn is by far one of my favorite
That
all-time
doorway leads to the Gozu district.
games.
Look out!
Focus on the Atlas.
Oh, I did sit there and kill the guy out of it? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, come on, let me use it. You suck. Come on now. I killed that guy out of that. I should have been able to use that. That's not fair. I went through all the trouble of actually killing the guy in it, and you wouldn't let me commandeer it. That's just unfair. So, nighttime brain not letting you sleep, eh? Don't you hate it when you sit there and your brain is just on and stuck on a lousy channel? It's like, I want to go to bed, but I'm sitting here wondering, why do cats always land on their feet? Like, it's just stupid stuff sometimes.
This looks familiar.
I liked it better when Morden Solis was here shooting up looters.
Morden is dead.
Pity. He was a very practical kind of Solarian.
Yeah, poor Morden is dead.
Take out the turret! We're almost there.
I recognize this bit of Omega. We've been here before.
Friendly's incoming. Irene is waiting for you two coordinates.
If that Talon scout hadn't found us earlier, we'd be dead.
We're just making money hand over fist.
For the plight that is humanity stains all within its path.
Oh, this guy?
The only chance at redemption lies in
Alright. I really don't need anything. Let's see what Arya's got.
repent and restore your souls to glory before it is too late. This great station has fallen, and all within shall fall. For the plight that is humanity stains all within its path, and the only chance at redemption lies in the Word.
Nah.
Unto me, the children, that I may once behold the soldiers for the cause.
Hey?
Draw your weapons for the Word, my friends. Draw your weapons and fight, else certain doom awaits us all.
This guy?
We shouldn't be hiding back here. We should be out there fighting with them.
We got this covered. Go, go, go!
Oh, I need to talk to Nyreen. I didn't do that.
Draw your weapons for the Word, my friends. Draw your weapons and fight, else certain doom awaits us all.
Alright, Nyreen, what you got? Oh no, you're just a
What's going
civilian.
to happen to us?
We're not entirely sure yet. That looked like Nyreen.
Repent. Repent and restore your souls to glory before it is too late. This great station has fallen, and all
What you guys are shooting at? There's nobody over there.
Nyreen here. Something's not right.
Cerberus is still on my station. Of course something's not right.
Not
No.
what I was talking about. I'm checking this out. Going radio silent.
What the hell is she doing?
Trying to fix something.
Where's Nyreen?
Scouting ahead. We've got our hands full holding this area.
She's going on to Afterlife.
We can't keep this up much longer.
They're retreating!
Ruh-roh. got the same guns that we do. Why isn't it killing them? Ruh-roh. Irene?
That's it. Tell your boss I'm coming for him.
Damn right she did, and Arya's now pissed.
Enough! You all! Petrovsky dies. Now.
I'm not gonna get in your way.
Irene Kandros was a good soldier. It's a shame she had to die for your petty ambitions.
You're a dead man. No, wait!
What now, Petrovsky?
Divide and conquer, Commander. Kandros killed the adjutants we hadn't finished experimenting on. These are fully under our control. The prototypes for our future army.
And I'm gonna kill them all the same.
Perimeter. Keep Shepard away from those generators.
Ruh-roh, move. Move.
Stop her. Hold the perimeter. Attention all Cerberus forces. Surrender.
Surrender? Really?
Cease and desist all aggression. It's over. Commander Shepard, I surrender myself into your custody.
That is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard.
Shepard, I'm unarmed, and I can give the Alliance intel on the elusive man.
You'll say anything to save your skin.
But I let you escape, Omega. I deserve mercy.
Is this true, Arya?
Yes. Cerberus had successfully taken the station and he let me go. Do you feel that, Oleg? That's death. Only inches away. Remember this feeling. I'm letting you live. For my partner and for the war against your master. You better cooperate. Take him, Shepard. You and your alliance can decide his fate. Just get this filth off my station.
Commander, glad to see you've had a calming effect on Ms. Talok. I tried talking sense into her one time. I look forward to hearing how you pulled it off.
Don't assume you know where this is going.
What? From what I understand, high-ranking...
Now that I've seen what you're capable of firsthand, maybe Arya's instincts were right.
So, you're going to execute me. I'm your prisoner. You can't just shoot me in cold blood.
If you don't tell the Alliance everything, I'm giving you back to Arya. Bray, get him out of here.
Welcome home.
You've got good control, Shepard. I know it's hard to resist that impulse. I've been waiting to kill that man for months. Walk around with you for a few hours and I go all soft. You're like a disease.
This victory came at a cost, Arya. It's not soft to recognize that.
You sound like someone trying to sell something. I admire your tenacity. And thanks to you, I have Omega back.
What now?
So what's your plan?
There's a lot to rebuild. Starting with this command center. It may take some time to remove the general stink from my throne. Wonder if I'll ever really enjoy the pole dancing in here again.
The citizens of Omega have been through a lot, Arya. Try to remember that.
How can I forget? There are reminders everywhere I look. And don't worry. I'll honor our arrangement. Troops, ships, and a mountain of Ezo. You earned it.
Then I'll be going.
Bray will take you back. I have a station to whip into shape. Citizens of Omega, hear me. I, Arya Talok, have given you back your lives. My rule is reignited. My hand is on the controls once more, and I will not let go again. Each of you owes a debt. Gain my favor by rounding up the remaining Cerberus invaders and we will cast them from our home. Then bury and mourn our dead. My methods haven't always been popular, and I can't promise that will change. But securing this station and everyone inside it is now my primary purpose. No one will imprison us again. We may be bruised. We may be bloodied. We are
Omega! You always get these crap details, Bray?
Not this time. You got a galaxy to save. Let's get you off this rock.
Dragging him out by his heels. We have unread messages at our private terminal, huh? Hey, we got the chessboard. That's cool. Alright, let's go take a look at the war room and see how we did. Yo, we are like so far into kicking the Reaper's ass right now. $300 from Ezo. Okay. We got a raiding fleet. That's cool. What did Petrovsky give us? Okay. What else did we get on? What was new from the Alliance? No, no. No. Alright, I guess that was it. What did we get from the Asari? A husk neural map. Where the hell did we get that? Turians. What did we get? Ah. Rations just for them. Okay, that works. Now let's just we'll take a quick jaunt around the ship and see who's here. And see who has anything new to talk about.
Commander.
And then we will go take a look at the Citadel DLC. Because it's only 12:30. We got 2 hours. But that's more than enough time to sit there and do all that.
You know, the Quarians have done pretty well with those suits. Maybe they can make something like that for you.
Yeah, they have. Protective medical exoskeleton. I could even get one with racing stripes.
So what's the problem?
It's like walking around in heavy armor. It totally screws with my spatial awareness.
I wear heavy armor, and my spatial awareness is perfect.
You crashed the last shuttle you flew, Vega. I need to feel my balance shift when I'm flying. I need to feel the ship moving with me. You take that away, and I don't know. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not me.
Yeah, I get that.
Plus, if you... Commander?
Maximum dynamic pressure is approaching. Throttle down for minimal resistance.
Thanks, Mom.
If that is how you categorize me, I will tell you to stop slouching.
Ah.
Hey, Shepard. Hey, Shepard.
Okay, you got nothing to say? What about over here? Nothing there.
Have we heard from Agent DeTrace yet?
She has not reported in for over 8 hours, Doctor.
She was stationed on Valchir when the Reapers invaded. I think we can assume what happened. Inform Agent Calamus he's now in charge of reporting Reaper activity past the Loas relay. Feel free to look around.
I did look around. There's nothing here.
At your service.
All right, let's go see. Garrus, do you have anything to talk about? Maybe we do.
Any word from your family?
They made it off Palaven. It was tight, but they're okay.
We'll take every scrap of good news we can get.
Wish I had more, though.
Why?
I just had to make a tough call with the Primarch. He said our fleets are being decimated, so I advised him to cease all offensive operations against the Reapers.
A full retreat?
The only way to save Palaven now is to hold our ships back for the Crucible. But if I'm wrong, then a lot of other Turian families won't be as lucky as mine.
That's a hell of a gamble. No other options?
If there are, I can't see them. It all comes down to the Crucible now.
And ruthless calculus.
How are you holding up, Shepard? This all has to be taking a toll.
There's only so much fight in a person. Only so much death you can take
before your friend picks you up, dusts you off, and tells you you're the best damn soldier he's ever met. We'll get through this. We always do.
Thank you, Garrus. That's just what we needed. That was just the pickup we needed. Thank you, my friend. Alright, so cool. We've got a new power. Alright, so now let's go downstairs. I don't know if there's going to be much people to talk to in the engineering area.
No. I'm trying to word it right.
What happens if you word it wrong?
If I'm lucky, the Citadel Stock Exchange drops 2,000 extra points.
And if you're unlucky?
I don't know. I've never really been unlucky. Has Alenko had media training? He just gave me this steady stare during our interview. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Nope.
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
You're all good. Go see. Let's go see what Javik has to say. There we go. We do have something to say.
Commander.
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
That'd be Jack.
Sounds like Miranda.
Oh, never mind.
And a Drell. There was illness in him.
Thane.
and a Krogan who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion, or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
Not really.
They saw what exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life.
Evolution demands it. The
No.
strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
Really? You?
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. This stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this and we'll both be set free.
Probably not.
It seems you believed Protheans built the mass relays. The Reapers are cunning in their deception, allowing life to flourish, century upon century, letting us believe ourselves the masters of the cosmos. Then the truth becomes known. There are monsters in the dark spaces, and we are their prey. Your Liara Asari asks many questions. You would think she'd never seen a Prothean before.
He hasn't?
Commander.
You'd think she'd never seen a Prothean before. Well, you've been gone for 50,000 years.
Do you ever feel awkward, being the only Turian on the ship?
I don't know. Should I?
I just mean not having anyone else like you around.
Doesn't seem to bother Liara.
But she can eat their food. Good to see you.
Oh, nothing, huh? Okay. Let's go downstairs.
I'm liking the new you, Esteban. It's about time you loosened up.
Shepard, thanks again for being there at the refugee memorial. I feel better. Everything's so much clearer now.
Glad I could help.
Let's see, you got anything? Anything in here that we really want to buy? Oh yeah. We absolutely want the best, that best, sniper rifle. Abso-frickin-lutely.
I'm ready to see Earth again, Shepard.
We're not going there yet, James. Do we need any of that? Next. Nothing there. Okay, cool. Let's let all that run through. Things that we bought. No, go away. Come on, run through. Yeah, we bought the level 5 Widow because that thing's badass. Hey, don't need to do the ultralight on that. Not that I really use this damn thing. That'll work. That's fine. Oh, wait a minute. What is this thing using? Jesus, that's a scope. Okay. Alright, let's go all the way up. Take a look at the cabin. There's the chess set. Feed the fishies. Alright, let's go take a look downstairs and see what other things we need to explore.
Commander?
Alright. Nobody has anything to say to us. Cool. We're gonna go to the docks because
You're
Miranda
cleared to
still needs
dock,
our help.
Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, so let's go find Miranda.
You're sure of what you saw?
Yes, Sergeant.
Heard from your brother since then?
No, Sergeant.
All right, Talavi. I'll see if I can get you fighting Reapers instead of Cerberus.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. You won't thank me so much when you're eye-deep in husks.
Alright, let's go take a look around and see who may still be around that we need to talk to.
Status recognized. Please select one moment, please.
So we'll go to the commons first.
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
Welcome to Elkos Combine Arsenal Supplies. Thank you. Come again.
Because I think we've pretty much talked to everyone we need to talk to. Let's see. Liara, anything for you?
Hello, Shepard.
Guess not. Okay. Alright, let's go back. Let's just go upstairs to the...
The clutch is stabilized?
Okay, never mind.
That's wonderful news, my sister. You wish to name the first hashtag.
Sorry, refugees are pouring into the Citadel.
Alright, so let's go do the Citadel DLC.
Commander,
Nice place.
I've got Admiral Anderson on the QEC. Patching him through to you now.
Shepard.
Admiral, how you holding up?
Day by day, Commander.
Yeah. Hackett sent me a message about this apartment.
I want you to have it. Take it off my hands.
Are you serious?
You need a place that's yours. Somewhere to recharge, clear your head. Kaylee wanted us to settle down there. Thing is, the longer I'm on Earth, the less I want to leave. And I want as few loose ends out there as possible. Like I said, you'd be doing me a favor.
Well, thank you, sir.
That's very generous.
It's practical. We need you in the best shape possible. Rested. Focused.
If you say so. Thank you.
And make yourself at home, damn it. It's yours now.
I'm sure I can manage.
Okay, good. Been meaning to do that for a while. I'll talk to you soon.
Be careful out there, Anderson.
You too, Shepard.
So we got a place. Let's go take a look around.
You never asked me about this, but my wife just called. My ex-wife. Nobody likes to talk about the toll that long months apart can have on military relationships. She wasn't military. She couldn't handle it.
You have received
But
a
it's not even
message.
about military and non-military, damn it. It's space flight. Space flight. Finding the mass relays, miracles of engineering. Human imagination rising to meet our desires. We pay a price for that curiosity, that drive. Our relationships suffer. People we love suffer. But that's reality. And it's worth the cost. I must have thought it was. I guess I still do. In the end, you just have to hope you made the right choices. The Normandy? A brand new ship. My ship. You don't forget that moment. The
No, you
first
don't.
time you're standing there. The whole crew looking to you for direction. Unforgettable. I'd led men and women before that. Seen a lot of combat already. Always managed to find my way home in one piece. Do that a few times, you begin to think you know better than the next guy. Maybe you do, I don't know. But if you're lucky, really lucky, You find yourself on a good ship, in front of a good crew. A crew you can trust with your life. Gifted. Disciplined. Brave. All of them. Eager to set sail into the endless black ocean. I still remember my XO asking what my orders were. Shepard, I said. Let's see what we can find.
Good old Anderson.
Embarrassing moment? I've got more of those than anyone will ever know. Only way to learn something. But if I had to pick one to share, I had just gotten promoted to N7. Full of myself, king of the castle. Found myself buying drinks for undesirables in some rundown bar in the wards. They toasted my recent promotion. Hell, they would have toasted Batarian slavers if it had got them more drinks. About the time my money ran out, my new friends turned on me. I was outnumbered. Things didn't look good. My plan to get out of there involved lots of punching. Well, that worked for a while. Then a table hit me. Or I fell down. When I came to, I saw a Solarian putting the rest of the troublemakers down. A Solarian? Moved like a damn cat, I swear. When everybody was out cold. Or running. He walked over and helped me up. N7, he asked. Yes, sir, I replied. He looked over my collection of unconscious friends, nodding. Not bad, human, he said. Then he walked away. I had met my first Spectre. Learned an important lesson that day. No matter how good you think you are, there's always somebody quicker, faster, and a hell of a lot smarter than you just around the corner. That little lesson's kept me alive more than once since then.
A hell of an apartment here, Anderson. We'll meet Joker, but I want to look over. Oh, I can customize everything? Oh, hell yeah.
A few months ago, I had a chance to sit down with one of Earth's most decorated soldiers, Admiral David Anderson. He was kind enough to answer my questions and talk about his career. Today, the Admiral is on Earth, leading the defense of our home against the Reapers. We have no communication with him or any soldiers on Earth, but we can't forget what they're doing for us. Tonight's show is dedicated to all of the soldiers out there, fighting and dying to keep us safe. Admiral Anderson, today marks the 30th anniversary of the N7 program. Can you describe your first day of training in this now famous program?
Be a lot of listening.
The Interplanetary Combatives Training Program is all business from day one.
How so?
We're given basic gear, then separated and stranded on an asteroid with no nav data. The test ends when the last person runs out of oxygen.
Sounds daunting. What happens to the ones who run out of air first?
Out of the program. The best N7s can survive alone, but work together to survive even longer.
That's very impressive, Admiral. Deep space survival training. That has to be so difficult. All of it would take such strength of character. Well, just plain strength. But then you seem like a strong person.
I'm sorry. Is there a question in there?
Well, does the program make the man? Or do you think you were born for this?
It's a bit of both, I suppose. Every soldier reaches a point in their career, sometimes more than once. But when they are asked to give more than they ever thought they could. That moment is the test. I've seen men and women, almost sure to fail, persevere long past the point of breaking. That experience changes them. Others, with all the gifts and abilities, fail in that moment. Sometimes they pick themselves up and carry on. Sometimes they're just done.
What about you? What was your moment?
I've had a few, none of which I'd like to share. But I think the toughest tests are still ahead of me.
What makes you
Good for you, Anderson.
Call it a hunch.
Soldier's intuition?
Something like that.
Do you trust your intuition? I mean, do you follow your heart over your mind?
Well, it depends on the day. No, I suppose if I were to be honest, I do trust my instincts. The problem is, war isn't orderly. And the enemy is never predictable. Even the most experienced veteran is going to find themselves in situations that...
Man, they gave him a lot of dialogue for this.
And there's more than I'd like to admit. Your instincts are the only thing keeping you alive. That, and the men and women you're fighting beside.
But soldiers are only as good as their leader, isn't that true?
Yeah. A good leader can make an okay squad great. A bad leader, well, war tends to make examples of them.
What makes a good leader then?
A good leader is someone who values the life of his men over the success of the mission, but understands that sometimes the cost of failing a mission is higher than the cost of losing those men.
That's a terrible line to have to walk.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. No, it's fine. I got a few minutes. First contact war? What was...
Not going to listen to all of that. There's entirely too much.
Sure, I can talk about Commander Shepard.
We can listen to that one.
There's been a lot written about the Commander, but most of it isn't true. People are quick to judge. They don't know the whole story. I don't even know the whole story. But I know the woman. Worked with her. Fought with her. Trust her with my life. Shepard's had some rough patches. Who of us hasn't? She's been forced to fight a lot of battles alone. God only knows how she got out of some of that. Makes your head spin. Thing is, you never heard a complaint. Never once got, no sir, I can't do that. She never hesitated. Few people know what Shepard's been through. I'd like to think I come pretty close. And I worry sometimes she forgets. There's a whole bunch of people who lose sleep over her getting back home. Maybe it doesn't need to be said. Maybe we're too dumb to say it. Soldiers like the Commander are rare. Women like Shepard, even more rare.
Good for you, Anderson. Take a look upstairs and see what we got. Bedroom. He's got his own little armor locker and everything. He's got himself a hot tub.
You asked me to talk about the SSV Normandy, the Normandy SR-1. As commander of the Tokyo, I was consulted on the Normandy's design and on board for her initial training exercises. The average person probably doesn't know that the Normandy was a joint project with the Taurians. Acting CO, Eli Xander, was no diplomat. She ran out of patience with Taurian posturing and politicking during construction. The chief architect of the drive corps, Octavio Tatum, and his team of Taurian engineers were in the CIC for final training exercises. Tempers flared when Xander pushed the limits of the stealth system, waiting to vent the IES well past what Tatum was comfortable with. I tried to calm the situation, but it still ended with the Taurian scientist in shackles and a human-Taurian fistfight at Cora's den later. Funny now, when I first laid eyes on the Normandy, she was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Day after that training run, Admiral Wright found me on the bridge. She's yours, he said. Can't trust her to Xander. Send me a list of crew from the Tokyo you'd like, and prep for your first mission. Short command thanks to Saren. Still, one of the highlights of a long career.
Well, the Normandy SR-1, one of my favorites. Alright, well, let's go meet Joker and get some sushi. Never late. A wizard arrives precisely when they mean to.
Ah, Commander Shepard, your table is ready.
Dinner booked 7 months in advance. Tonight must be perfect. It will be. I can feel it.
So, how was your Saturday? How was your week? It's been a little while since I've been streaming, so it's been a little while since I've talked to you. How's everything going?
Hey, Shepard, not bad, huh? The sushi place is serious. Like, French guy at the door serious. Only had to save the galaxy twice to get a table here. You seen the line outside? But here I am, drink in hand. Best pilot in the universe and a rock star.
Any news from the Normandy?
You know, maintenance stuff. It's hard knowing a bunch of strangers or poking around in my ship. I mean, your ship.
Our ship.
The best thing we can do right now is park her and let the techs do their work.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe an oil change, space tire rotation.
Right. Trust me, it'll do her some good.
Oh, I trust you. Not sure about those shifty aerospace engineers. Always stealing the silverware.
I don't blame him. I blame the prop master. I blame the armorer. You know, he may not necessarily be trained in using firearms, so he may not be used to sitting there and looking at something and going, hey, that doesn't look right. So, I'm just going to leave it at that. So I don't blame him. I blame the people around him. Because I was watching something today and they said, people get injured not because of breaking one rule. It's a breakdown of several rules. But if he's being sat there and told, nope, this is a perfectly safe and it has been modified or not modified or whatever, and we're using blanks, I don't entirely blame him. There's the people around him that was sitting there doing that are responsible for that should have been looking at it too.
Let someone else do the work for once. Hackett's orders. You're on shore leave.
Yeah, whether we like it or not.
I'm sure you'll manage.
I may need a drink that comes with an umbrella.
I'm the first human Spectre. I'll get you 2 umbrellas.
Awesome use of power, boss. So, your email said it was important?
My email? I'm here because I got a message from you.
The hell? I didn't send anything.
Ruh-roh.
Excuse me. Sorry. Alliance business. Commander, this is urgent!
I don't think that's the umbrella lady.
Commander Shepard, I'm Staff Analyst Maya Brooks. Alliance. Excuse me. Alliance Intelligence. There are people trying to kill you.
This isn't news.
Yeah, I think she's aware of that.
No, I don't mean Starburst and the Reapers. I mean other people. New people. It's... Someone is hacking your account. Comm channels, personal records. They're targeting you specifically.
Why me?
Targeting me? What do they want?
The intel isn't definitive yet. Last time, I guess without definitive intel, we almost landed troops on a gas giant, which is bad.
Hang on, Brooks. Take a breath. From the top, what do you know?
Excuse me, you don't have a reservation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's performance is brought to you by Random Acts of Violence.
Get down!
Man, I love show business. Spread out, boys. Find me Shepard.
Stay there! I'm coming! Joker.
Ow, my pancreas.
Hey!
Damn it!
Got one, sir.
Find the crew. I'm going after her.
Find the crew, got it.
Ooh, that looked like that might have hurt.
Used me as bait?
Go!
There's a lot known info, but there's a lot of known info too, like how a bunch of film crew walked off set before sighting said abuse. Okay, there's a difference between abusive film conditions and breaking basic firearm safety and film firearm safety. So again, there's a lot we don't know. There's a lot that we've been told. It's gonna take some time. So we have to wait and see how the news comes.
Use me as bait! Did you see that? Savior of the Citadel uses Little Bones guy as bait.
Over here! Hang on!
I shot him in the elbow. Haha.
Brooks, stay down! Staying down! Oh. Brooks!
This is gonna hurt. Metagel now. Oh, damn right.
I found a secure terminal. Are you okay down there?
He took like 2 to the chest. How exactly did she sit there and survived that. We fell half the building, fell down half the building.
I know! I used Medigel. A lot of it. All of it, actually. And now everything is a little bit bouncy.
I think you used too much.
So, can I help with anything?
Alert CSEC. I'll look for a way out.
Citizen, this area is under repair. Hey, be careful! Please move to a safe location.
This area is under repair.
I see
Got
some
that.
sky cars across the gap. Maybe a landing pad.
I'm checking the area. Transportation, no. Food, no. Laundry. Ah! It's a sky car lot. Cision Motors.
Get a shuttle over there. I'll find a way across.
Okay, right. So, it turns out CSEC has the whole area locked down. It's gonna be a tiny bit tricky to get you a shuttle.
Keep at it, Brooks.
Oh, also, stay off your comm. Well, except for me. It's hacked. That's probably how they found you.
Who are these guys?
I don't know, but they really don't seem to like you.
Yeah, I'm sensing that.
Warning, lockdown in effect. Please stay in your homes.
Oh my god.
Shut the whole area down. Why am I locked out? Are we under attack?
CSEC has shut the doors. What's going on?
CSEC has restricted all
Open the
travel
door.
in this area. Advance team screwed it up. Shepard was unarmed. Man, those guys are idiots. Man down. Gotta be here somewhere. What's that?
Where the hell are you?
Can you hear me? Are you alright?
A little busy.
I'm fine. Might need a little backup.
Thank the goddess. Joker explained what happened. I'm on foot, but should reach you soon. Excuse me, who is this? You're on an unsecured channel, and you're putting Commander Shepard in danger. In danger? Who is this?
Hang on. Joker mentioned Staff Analyst Brooks, yes? That's her. Everybody play nice.
Everybody play nice. I love that the Citadel DLC is so much fan service, and yet not, in a way. You know what I mean?
Agent team, please respond. Agent team, you read? Enter the damn radios area.
Garrus here. Heard you're in trouble. Everybody's heading your way.
Good to hear. Things are a little dicey.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Hey, Akaz. Welcome back. You're getting to us just in time. We just started the Citadel DLC. Got here just in time. Did you make it to Target in time before they closed? No, you're licking the fruit when I'm not around. Stop that, seriously. That's gross.
Brooks, found a way across. It's locked down.
Right, because of the, lockdown. Can you get through?
I'll try to override it.
CSEC authorization required. Confirming Spectre authorization. Spectre access accepted. Shepard's down there. Open fire.
Damn it!
Shepard, what are you doing? I heard that from here.
It's all under control. things more interesting.
Of course you did.
Shepard, Brooks sent me the nav point for the Skycar lot. I'll meet you there.
Good.
What do we know about these mercenaries?
They have guns and don't like me.
That's not helpful. Commander, it would really be great if you could stay off the comm.
Hey, they called me.
I love this part because it's just, it was the last DLC. It was the last, just sat down to Wendy's spicy chicken. Oh, I love Wendy's spicy chicken. And you're disappointed in it? That's not good. But, what was I going to say? The, I doubt her dad was a Vorcha. That's funny. No, I love the Citadel DLC because it was the last thing that they did. And they just kind of went for broke and was like, we're just going to do shit because we think it's funny. And that's kind of it.
I can't believe Shepard got past the walkway.
Oh, headshot. Ooh, did it again.
There's a C-Sec shuttle inbound if you can get to the Skycar lot.
Understood.
Okay. Brooks over. No, out. Brooks out. Oh, over and out. Brooks. Oh, damn it.
This Brooks chick needs to chill the hell out.
Having a bad day, Shepard?
Got better.
You could
Got
say
much
that.
better.
Landing pad is over there, but it's behind a locked gate.
Let's look for a control panel.
I like your outfit. Control panel, right.
You like my outfit? This is the...
I heard
I'm
you
wearing a
fell through fish
sweatshirt.
tank.
We'll talk about it later.
A shame. I quite liked that restaurant.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Like that. We'll talk about it later. That's not good.
Stand back.
One moment.
Tick, tick, tick.
Hello. Could you please open the gate?
Thank you.
Please leave.
Well, I could have done that.
There, it's got, ooh, 9 points. Ooh. No, you know what? I'll leave it. I'll leave it for now. Please leave. That's not C-Sec. Yay, Rex. The fact they didn't use the Wilhelm scream annoys me.
Rex? What are you doing here?
Just butting heads with the council over Krogan expansion. Shepard, we got a way out of here?
Rex, I'm a professional.
It's not a yes.
It's not a no.
Commander!
Joker, we lost our ride. Where are you?
On my way. Picked up Brooks. Figured you'd have a few questions.
Good call.
Good to be back. Yeah.
Commander, did C-Sec find you? Are you okay?
Yes and no. Merc's in a C-Sec shuttle.
What?
Little busy right now.
Right, sorry. We'll be there soon.
Almost there, Commander. Hang on.
Great place to fight in. Lots to destroy.
Approaching your position, Commander. Just following the gunfire.
Copy that.
Sorry I'm late. Had to take the scenic route.
Scenic route? We nearly crashed 4 times. Where the hell did you learn to drive?
And Brooks says hi. Get to the shuttle.
Coming. Let's get the hell out of here.
Someone want to tell me what's going on here?
Who were those mercenaries? They were heavily armed and using C-Sec shuttles.
I don't know. I've never seen them before. I can't believe you survived all that. They had guns, and grenades, and those drone things. It's alright. I'm calling Commander Bailey. See what's going on with C-Sec. Okay, that sounds... Wait! Wouldn't that just make whoever you contact a target too?
She's right, Shepard. Until we know more, it's a huge risk.
Okay. For now, we run this ourselves.
Right.
Ourselves. On our own. Outside the law. Okay. Yeah.
You need to chill the hell out.
Brooks, gunfire means something serious is going on. Can you keep it together long enough for us to figure this out? They said the Medigel might make me jumpy. Also, the fact that I work a desk job and have never been shot before. How did you get mixed up in this? I monitored data for Alliance intel to prevent fraud and hacking of officer IDs. Like, someone using an Admiral's pass to get into a nightclub on the Citadel when that Admiral is fighting on Tuchanka. I wrote a tracking program. It's really neat. I named it Mr. Biscuits, after my cat. Brooks. Right, sorry. Anyway, my program detected a breach in your classified files. Soon, everything we had on you was compromised. Personnel files, mission reports, everything.
Since when does hacking personnel records involve heavy weapon fire?
Think of what criminals could do if they had Shepard's military access codes. Or Spectre codes, even.
Explains why they need you dead, Shepard. Nothing to stop them till the damage is done.
Guess we're back on the clock.
We'll find a quiet evening. Just the two of us, when this is done.
Okay, ideas on where to start with these guys?
Maybe. That pistol you picked up.
For such a tiny thing, it packs a punch. Never seen anything like it before.
Nor have I. Let me see if I can dig something up.
Well, you can try, but I should warn you, I haven't found anything yet, and I've been digging pretty deep.
I'm sure you have. Glyph.
Collating relevant intel for review, Dr. Tassoni.
Thanks.
All right, the hour's on point. What about the rest of the crew?
Yeah, what about those slackers?
Joker, you've been busy.
I found some folks who actually like being shot at.
Permission to come aboard, Shepard.
Hell yeah.
Okay, later, when this is over and everything is settled, we are gonna talk about this bait thing. What's up, Commander?
We're gonna talk about this being used as bait thing? Not really.
Back during my pilgrimage, I used to walk around near that sushi place and watch the fish through the window. I knew they'd never let me inside, but I'd think to myself, someday, when I've proven my worth to the galaxy, I'll go there for dinner. And then, you broke their floor.
Do they even have food you can eat there?
Not the point, Shepard.
I love this. This is my favorite part of Mass Effect, is this DLC.
The Normandy's nice, but for unwinding after a mission, you can't get better than this. Observation Lounge needs a hot tub.
Nothing beats having a Krogan bodyguard, huh? Had a buddy like that once. No, not so much a buddy, really. More of a prisoner who helped us. It's a long story, man. Anyway, Brooke, she's kind of cute. Think she's on the market?
Seriously, James?
The restaurant attack has made the news. Civilian casualties seem to have been restricted to fish. Hello, Shepard.
I'm glad you made it out of that ambush okay. None of us saw that coming. But lesson learned. Never have dinner with Joker. It won't end well.
Shepard, I've found something. We can gather the team whenever you're ready.
Not yet. Not yet. We gotta go talk to everybody else.
Bet you never saw a shuttle get taken down like that before.
Nope.
I still got it.
That was a first, a Krogan tackling a shuttle.
Commander, in my cycle, when we fled combat by falling through tanks containing aquatic animals, we usually... Oh, right. We never did. You are a trailblazer.
No, this is not the heist mission. The heist mission was in Mass Effect 2. This is something completely different. This is a lot of fan service. It gets everybody together. So it's a lot of fun. Where's Garrus? I didn't see him. So you go through this whole thing, son. You go through this whole thing. That's the security lady from the heist mission? No. Where the hell's Garrus? Oh, there he is. No, I don't think so.
So, what was it, Shepard? 5 minutes before someone started shooting at you? On the other hand, we get this cool secret hideout to hang out in. Unless the bad guys look in the window.
Thanks, Garrus. You're just awesome. Let's move on.
I am compiling data on the gun for Dr. Tassoni. She should have...
I'm gonna have to write a report about getting shot. I hear those are really complicated.
It's faster if you make a template.
I think
Yeah.
maybe you get shot too much.
You're not wrong.
I've made some progress. Would you like me to call the meeting?
Let's go.
Do it.
We have a lead. I called in some favors to run a trace on the gun. It led me to a casino owner named Elijah Khan. He's been suspected of using his profits to smuggle weapons onto the Citadel. Immediately after the attempt on Shepard's life, Khan made an interesting call.
I'm cutting you off. I'm returning your down payment now. What's the problem? Turn on a vid screen. When I sell a gun, I don't want it showing up on the nightly news.
You won't be linked to me.
Save it. Our association is terminated. And if you even think of coming after me, I've got info on you ready for prime time. So you ponder that. Khan out.
So that's our identity thief.
Looks like he's got an ID disguiser. Those things are a pain in the ass to get around.
Who are those mercs that we saw?
Did you get anything on the mercenaries who attacked us?
They're a private military corporation called Cat-6. As most of you know, Cat-6 is an Alliance nickname for dishonorable discharges. Many have criminal records, histories of steroid abuse, and other charming features. No doubt hired by the thief, not by Khan.
That phone call was pretty damning stuff. How'd you get it?
It involved the weapons biometric data, Solarian intelligence, and a Hanar prostitute with camera implants.
Seriously?
No.
But the truth is boring.
As I said, they really went for broke on this DLC. I love that.
Whoever that voice was, Khan's nervous enough to cut them loose. We can squeeze Khan until a contact drops out.
Easier said than done. He has a panic room inside the casino, a good place to hole up. EDI can give us programs to hack the door, but the cameras and guards complicate things.
Yeah. Khan could disappear. Or worse. If his guards ever open fire, normal people could get hit. Like I did.
She's right. We can't risk spooking him. We go in quiet. Small team, no gunplay.
Dr. Tassoni, this evening the casino will be hosting a charity event to assist war refugees.
Purchase some tickets, Glyph. Then call up a layout of the building.
Score. So, how close can you get? You don't usually put a back door in a panic room.
This air shaft bypasses the security gate and ends up in storage. From there, the panic room's door camera can be disabled.
Still, we're talking about a casino. There's gotta be alarms in that shaft.
I believe I have some countermeasures that may help. I'll know more once we're inside.
Who will go in this shaft? They need to be small in size.
Yeah, that's not me. Too many snacks of roast Varen leg.
I suspect my suit's built-in tech would be picked up by security sensors.
My presence in the casino would arouse suspicion. Mechs are not allowed, since they can have cheating software.
What you need is somebody trained in zero emissions tech. No electronics, no metal, just undetectable polymers. We had a course back at Op-Int, disabling a bomb with these little tweezers. See, the bomb was filled with shaving cream.
All right. You're in.
What?
But...
No. What?
You said it yourself. We've all got too much tech.
But... I managed to get shot just coming to talk to you. Now I'm supposed to hack my way into a safe room?
Yep.
That's the plan, Brooks. Get whatever you need and be ready.
If that's settled, it looks like there's one last hurdle to get us inside.
Which is?
Wardrobe.
Black tie required.
Who do we bring? Who do we bring? Who do we bring? We bring Javik in. People might sit there and go, holy shit, it's a Prothean. We're not really kind of going in solo. We'll bring girlfriend in.
You're looking lovely tonight.
Let it never be said I don't take you anywhere nice.
I'll get to the ventilation shaft. Wish me luck.
Liara, you have any input?
Khan has a lot of surveillance set up. I'd mingle with the guests if you want to look normal.
Okay, Liara. Time to meet the riffraff.
No. Hi, Elspeth Moraine. I'm running for Zakara Ward City Council. Are you a citizen here?
I've had bad experiences with politicians.
Who hasn't? That's why I'm running. I got sick of leaders with ties to terra firma or Cerberus or worse.
Oh?
The ward needs refugee facilities. It needs security. It needs...
What are you having?
Nothing too crazy. I want to be able to walk a straight line.
Thessian Temple coming up.
Are Asari drinks usually mild?
Not all of them. Mr. Khan had us put out some gelatin shots earlier. Also Asari. They kick like a shotgun.
Commander, I'm upstairs by the grate leading to the shaft, but there's a problem. Can you meet me?
It's for a good cause. Every thousand that's a roof over the head of some poor human, or Vorcha or whatever.
I'm all for that, but if I'm not trying to win, where's the challenge?
And we're gonna dance like terrible.
Taking the house, dear. Like I always say. Each must try to gain as much as she can, then give as much as she can.
And nobody sees her.
Okay, right. Just like we thought. There's an alarm on the grate.
We'll have to bypass it.
Use this. It's a resonance emitter lens. It should let you see security grids and wiring.
Good. I'll follow the wiring to a junction box, splice it, and disable the alarm.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
The lens is working.
Good. Follow the blue wiring. In case it needs to be said, don't try to bypass a camera while you're being watched.
I see a junction in the wall, but there's a camera watching it.
Shepard, I'm sending a hack to your Omni tool. It will fool the camera, but it'll self-delete after a few seconds.
Got it. The splice is in.
Good. I've got the grate open, and in we go. Act casual. This could take a while.
I heard your advice.
Commander Shepard.
Shaira. It's been a long time.
My idea of a long time is different than yours, Commander.
What can I say? I put a lot of living into the last few years.
Indeed.
Do you have any advice for me this time?
When?
Thanks.
Commander, have a drink.
I think I once heard a rumor that you were leaving the Citadel.
I did leave. Some so-called journalists made up stories about me. Because of their venom, I retired to a little colony in the Celian Nebula.
Why come back?
Because I knew people here, and they needed comforting. And because one does not flee the heart of the galaxy in desperate times. Not because of some scoundrel with a video camera.
I love roulette. Every minute is more exciting than the next.
Should I point out the flaw in that statement?
Oh. Oh, are you like one of those detail people? Come on, even diamonds have flaws, but that doesn't make them less valuable.
Miss, where exactly were you educated?
Oh, online. You can take these courses, and it teaches you responsibility because you do the grading.
Oh, good God.
Interesting. You're not mingling and you're not betting. What's your game?
The name's Roland Quarn. The game, Commander Shepard, is hearts and minds.
Care to elaborate?
Most people in this casino are here for a good cause. Others are just here to be seen. Phonies, if you will. They have money they won't miss. Others, who are not myself, need it. So, the honorable thing to do is part them from this money.
So you're a con man?
Con men leave their marks angry. Con artists leave them smiling.
Okay.
I see the security gate.
Okay, that's great, but we gotta wait on that until I reach the end of the duct. Commander.
What?
There's a guard right below me.
Don't panic. I'll get his attention. Excuse me. I think I saw someone doing drugs in the ladies' room.
I see. Were you able to identify the substance used?
Red sand.
Dispatch, we've got a sand tripper in the bathrooms.
Have they tried to compromise the games biotically?
Unknown at this time. Moving to confront. Send backup. We're taking care of it, ma'am. Appreciate the help. You have a good night now.
You're clear, Brooks.
Thanks, Commander. I'll see if I can get to the panic room.
Then I'll get back to blending in. Slow and steady. We'll get to Khan.
Attention, bets are locked. Attention, all bets are locked. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Live holo feed starts soon.
Apparently we're betting. Cool.
This Baron has the
We lost.
ahead by a head, a neck, a nose.
We suck.
Leslie wins. Live feed.
Come on, Tiger Bite. Bring it home.
Get a lot riding on him?
He's my boy. Picked him up at a shelter. Whoever let him go had no eye for racers. He can outrun anything he can't outfight, and outfight anything he can't outrun.
What are the odds on him?
Enough to pay for my kids' tuition.
Hold on 1 second. I think somebody's looking to go to bed. Be right back. I have returned. I apologize. I had to get the kids in bed.
Talk to me, Brooks.
I've got a pressure pad and an obstruction detector ahead. I can't disable them from here.
Okay. Edie, I need a tech solution. Brooks, stay put. We'll find some junctions and take down the sensors.
Okay.
I'm at a junction. There's a camera and a guard.
I'll just be here, trying not to cough.
Brooks, try it now.
Checking the pressure pad. No alarms. Looks good.
Follow the red wiring.
Following the red wiring. It did that.
There's a junction by the roulette wheels, but it's in plain view of 2 guards.
But you can do something, right? Because my legs are maybe sort of starting to fall asleep a little.
Hang in there. We've got this.
I saw a pickpocket working the crowd upstairs.
Just a second, ma'am. I'll contact the surveillance desk. Point him out. Suspicious activity. My floor.
A guard spotted me.
If you act normal, hopefully he'll move on.
You're clear.
Cool, I made money.
I can distract him. Tell me when. I bring greetings from the consort Shaira. She instructed me to schedule a session with you.
Suspicious activity. My floor.
A guard spotted me.
You, tough girl? Perfect. I need an opinion on something from a B-lister or below.
You look hungry. They have vat-grown swordfish in the restaurant. Shall I save you a bite?
I'm at the storage room, great. Time to hit the lock.
Be careful, Brooks. Brooks?
Oh, son of a... Hey, Commander.
What? What happened?
Infrared laser hooked up to a silent alarm. I didn't get it in time. Shepard, I'll call the responding guard to say it was a false alarm, but you must stall him before he reaches Brooks.
Hey!
Just calm down. I'm trying to do 3 different things here. Barrows?
Sir, we checked out the alarm in storage. It's nothing. Minor accident.
Find out who tripped it and get them in my office by end of shift. Now you. What'd you need?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a security? I thought you were a friend of mine. You got the same suit.
You. Enjoy your evening.
You're clear, Brooks.
Thanks, Commander. I'll see if I can get to the panic room.
So push my...
So, to sum up, tomorrow starts with the Help a Dream Foundation, then it's blood drive, refugee camp, and hospital tour.
Sounds like you turned pro.
I try.
Ms. Rios believes we have an obligation to the less fortunate.
Of course. So how are you liking the party so far?
There's a party?
The camera saw me.
Okay.
Why, hello, love. Isn't the turnout amazing?
Okay.
I wasn't sure
So now I
anyone
think
would
you just
show
need to get
up.
to me. I'm on the
pull
other
together
side
when
of the
we have
security
to.
gate.
I feel
Right.
so bad.
Have you bypassed?
Well, I got my side. Yours is still on, though. We need to finish this before someone comes by.
Hang tight. I'll get to you.
Follow the yellow wiring. I can distract him. Tell me when.
I can't get the security gate to open from here. The junction must be on your side. It might be tricky, just so you know.
Have a little faith.
Those cufflinks. Is that design inspired?
Suspicious activity. My floor.
The thing about Solarian parties is, they all do it too well.
I don't follow.
My lab group on Sirkesh, all Solarians but me, and all with damn near perfect memories.
Oh, that could get awkward.
Exactly.
Is there somewhere I can go to make a private call? It's very important.
Let me see what I can do.
Khan, you and me are gonna have a talk.
Khan's dead.
What the hell?
I see this conversation will be strictly one-sided.
Commander, there's a deletion order on the terminal. Damn it! Everything's been wiped. I don't know if it was him or the killer or... When I tripped that alarm, did I screw this up? What are you looking for?
Mistakes. Thought so. Whoever it was had to do this fast. They wiped the terminal, but not the comm.
Oh, so we can take the comm back to the safe house to scan it, or...
Elijah, come crawling back.
Guess again.
You. I see you've recovered from flopping on the floor like a fish.
That all you got?
You'll need to do better than that. The last guy that trash-talked me was a few kilometers taller than you.
Yeah.
Brave. I thought as much, but it won't matter. You have nothing. All you can do is wait for the hammer to fall.
Bring a bigger hammer. Your last try was inadequate.
I'm gonna take everything you have and everything you are.
Damn it. Sorry, Commander. There wasn't enough time to trace the call.
We're not finished. Pull out the data drives.
The ones that got wiped? You think we can find something?
With Edie, anything's possible. The sooner we get them to her, the sooner we can track down this threat.
Thank you, Shepard. That was fun. Well, not so much for the host.
It wasn't a total loss. Brooks, work with Edie to see if there's anything useful on those drives.
Here's hoping. I'll let you know what we find, Commander.
Now we get to sit there and wander around the apartment and see what they got to say.
I could go for some food while we wait. Too bad you shot the hell out of the best sushi place in the Citadel, huh?
Sorry.
I hope Brooks and Edie can find something on the drive.
Same here.
A glamorous mission, but not our most successful. The next time we have a date, perhaps we should just stay in.
Greetings, Commander. The casino will be...
What do you say? Shit, I missed it.
Damn, Commander. You can't even attend a party without someone ending up dead. Now, if I can just find some chow around here, you'd think a pad like this would be stocked.
Where's Grunt?
Any life or death encounters with fish aquariums this time? No? Too bad. I can hear Vega's stomach rumbling from here.
What's the matter, Shepard? Didn't want me as your date? Too much Krogan for you to handle? A lot of people have that problem. Most of them are dead.
Commander, instead of infiltrating the casino using a disguise, it would have been better to hold all the primitives hostage, threaten them with death, and shoot them until they gave you what you wanted. Next time, I will gladly assist.
Okay. That's a bit much, don't you think?
I think we've got something, Commander.
I am glad to see my physical proximity was not necessary to the success of the mission, Shepard.
Let's see what you find before we call it a win. Commander, Edie and I have been analyzing those drives. I think we found something if you're ready.
Let's get moving.
Let's hear it.
Though the data's root structure was erased, the logic integrity remains viable.
Edie has an incredible talent for this stuff. I know she's an AI, but even still. We found an encrypted communication from a few days ago. Just need another minute to crack it.
A whole minute? Edie here could shave that down to 5 seconds.
I thought it best to allow Staff Analyst Brooks a chance to improve her decryption skills.
And now you've lost your chance to show off.
Like she needs it. You're the crew of the Normandy. You're legends to the rest of the Alliance.
What kind of legends are we talking about here?
Legends can be good or bad. Which are we? You're the kind that people look up to. The kind they owe their lives to.
How come everyone's always shooting at us?
I think it's mostly you, Rex. The bigger the target, the bigger the, target.
You're saying I've gained weight?
It just means there's more of the legend to love.
And the camaraderie, the friendship. I think that's your secret weapon. It's all just part of the job.
Wait. Job? You mean the rest of you are getting paid for this?
Here we go. Wow. Those mercs who were after you, they bought a lot of weapons. Like, big ones.
Max, what do they need with that kind of firepower?
It appears this drone is preparing to rebel.
I have just monitored the Commander's Spectre access code in use at the Citadel archives.
Punch it up. The archives are going into emergency lockdown. Whoever's hacking your records is there right now. What do we know about the place?
Council keeps sensitive historical information there. Real hush-hush. Even my old CSEC clearance never got me in.
Then we'll find our own way in. Gear up and let's...
Pizza?
What's with the Volus?
Oh, pizza delivery guy. I got the munchies.
Double pepperoni.
These archives are huge. You'll have a lot of ground to cover. Shame you can't bring everyone.
Says who?
Who says we can't? All hands on deck for this one.
Hell yeah. But, who gets to take point with you?
Who's going to pay the bill?
I love this DLC. I love it. Alright, Rex, what do you get? We're gonna make this hit like a truck. Not like he's even going to use this one. Garrus has 11. Holy crap. Rex has 57 points. Holy shit. Okay, he's good.
What's the best way into the archives? The facility is located below the wards. Maybe a direct breach for maximum surprise? I like it. Sounds like you're learning the ropes.
Hell, hang out with us long enough and you'll learn ropes, knives, bombs, thresher maws.
You're not wrong.
Don't hang out too long. Pretty soon you'll be making friends with a sorry.
I heard that.
The archives are somewhere below us. It could be pretty tricky to get in there.
Not really.
Krogan first. See you at the party, princesses.
Not the gun I'm using.
Not this again.
Ambush!
Scatter and take cover!
In the old days, we had at least 5 minutes before a mission went.
That's enough! Drop your weapons or this won't end well for her. You bitch. All right.
That was fast.
Whatever you think you're getting away with. There's nowhere you can run, nowhere you can hide where we can't find you. Hide? Why?
I am you.
I'm Commander Shepard. I never hide.
Uh-huh. So that's how it's gonna be.
Who are you? You weren't the only Shepard that Cerberus brought back to life. But at least one of us will finally do something with it. Where did you come from? The same DNA as you.
A clone.
Cerberus spared no expense resurrecting you. With me, I was created for spare parts. In case you needed another arm, or a heart, or a lung. Where have you been this whole time? In a coma. Until I woke up 6 months ago. While you were in a jail cell on Earth, I was learning to be human. Amazing what a person can do with enough neural implants. I don't care who you claim to be. The role of Commander Shepard's already filled. By the wrong woman. It's time the understudy had her day. Did the elusive man send you? No. He abandoned me when he had what he wanted. You.
Then why try to kill us?
Because I don't have her memories. I'd never fool my supposed friends. The ones who abandoned their duty to join the cult of Shepard. Like you, Garrus Vigarian. You're nothing more than a burnt-out cop past his prime.
And you're just a pale imitation of the real thing.
I'm the real thing. Perfected. I'm you without the wear and tear, Shepard. The doubts, the failures. I'm the lone wolf you were always meant to be. Without the emotional baggage holding me back.
No one will ever believe you're Shepard.
They will when I'm flying her ship. This is Shepard. Initiate Normandy lockdown, transmitting command codes now.
Thanks for those.
Good idea. Too bad the signal was blocked. Trainer, this is Shepard. Prep the Normandy for emergency departure. We're leaving. I'm sending the command codes now.
Acknowledged. We'll get underway.
It'll be a cold day in hell before someone steals my ship. It's not stealing if I'm you. Execute them. The cult of Shepard ends today. We still got everyone? We're on the balcony! I'm okay too! Where's everyone else?
On the side! I'm a little party up here with bullets! These primitives will make good sport.
Terminating hostile. If we go down, at least we go down together!
One big happy ass-kicking family. You see that shot, folks? That's the
We're clear. Now where'd the other you go?
She's pushing into the archives. Stay in your groups. Team Mako, you're on point.
Right. What's a Mako? Something we could
What's
use right
a
about
Mako?
Team Hammerhead, cover the flank.
Got it. And the Mako's got nothing on the Hammerhead.
So my worry here is that I don't see Miranda, and I thought Miranda was supposed to come to this. So I worry a tad. Maybe she just comes to the party and not this.
Welcome to the Citadel Archives. All visitors must obtain council permission to enter. Access to the research alcoves is limited to regular business hours. See an archivist for assistance. Welcome to the Citadel Archives. All visitors must obtain council permission to enter. Access to the
Do I now?
is limited to regular business hours.
Big place.
Shepard, what do you think your clone is looking for in here?
At this point, anything's possible.
You mean like strolling along and bumping into your clone?
I don't want to talk about it.
Right. At least not till we've all had a stiff drink.
Are we gonna find anything in this place?
Glyph,
Yes, Commander.
track the target. Give me updates on its location.
What is the nature of the target?
She looks like me.
Then I have found the target.
No, Glyph, it's another me. Now get going.
At once, Commander.
No, it's another me.
There they are! The other Shepard's still alive!
Take her down! I need more time to find the vault! Shepard, step onto that platform, and we can lower you from here.
Okay, I can do that.
Now, if you get into the vault, we can move you across.
Accessing vault T91.
Check this out. Said this gun was part of the First Contact War. Year 2157.
First time my people met yours, Shepard. Naturally, bullets were involved.
Naturally.
Research alcoves.
Commander, the other you is searching for something 200 meters ahead.
Got it.
Fighting your own clone. Pretty crazy, even by our standards.
Yeah, even by our standards.
If there is a task you don't wish to do, Commander, let them handle it.
So, like a personal butler?
I don't want to talk about it.
Right. So let your clone do it.
Decker Squad, I need more time to reach the vault. Keep Shepard off my back or I'll have your head. The other Shepard sounds like a real asshole. I quit if she was my commander. We're over here, Shepard. We'll hit them from this side.
Maybe we could circle around them on the tubes. Where do you think you're...
Target.
Pressing down. Team Mako moving ahead. We'll see you on the other side.
All archival information must be secured.
Shepard, they've got us pinned down. We could use some help.
We're coming.
We got Shepard squad surrounded!
Eliminate them. I need more time. Commander, we can. Go! I'll cover you.
I love this part.
Move!
Now they're just fighting dirty.
This is Shepard. We need.
That's why I love hanging out with you guys. Why shoot something once when you can shoot it 46 more times?
The other me can't be far. Keep up the pressure and we'll try to surround her. Let's move.
The other line that I like is Garrus goes, and that's the moment that the universe ran out of ammunition.
Year 2157 CE. First contact war. Turian interrogation. Vault T91.
Sir, we captured this human in the occupation of Shang-Chi.
A human? You're the first I've met.
And you're the first bird I've met. He was armed with this weapon, sir.
How primitive. Your kind expects to win a war with this.
A bullet is a bullet.
You have so much to learn. And when we conquer your Earth, I look forward to teaching you.
Mm-hmm.
Attention all personnel.
Can you imagine the history in this place? Must stretch back thousands of years.
I just wonder what the other me is looking for in here.
Year 700 CE. Krogan rebellions. Attack on Council. Vault K306. This is the only visual record of Krogan Overlord Krennic's attack on the Council. Audio follows.
I've heard enough. If the Krogan hadn't taken on the Rachni, you would all be at their mercy. You won't give us what we deserve, and so you force us to take it. We will never leave the planet of Lucia, no matter how much the Asari cry.
Ambassador Krennic, you only weaken your case with this show of violence.
Wrong, Solarian. Now our case is finally strong. Negotiations are over.
Okay.
Malfunction detected. Please contact maintenance. Malfunction detected. Malfunction detected. Please contact maintenance. Malfunction detected.
This is Hammerhead! Enemies ahead, Shepard! We'll get their attention!
Join me. Together we can rule.
Viva, how are ya?
Someone can try. You mess with Shepard, you mess with me. Uncle Erdnot has a present for you.
Uncle Erdnot. It was a little late for you, Siva, isn't it?
This is almost unfair. Should we give them a chance? Speak for yourself, please. I'm not even a field agent. I think we got them all. Or, I mean, the rest of you did.
Or the Krogan did.
Hammerhead and Mako, keep pushing ahead.
These are the last of the AIs on the Citadel.
This termination action is unlawful. Why do you continue when our appeal has not yet been heard?
Keep quiet. You know that the Council will never overturn its own edict.
Standing by for your go, sir.
Do not terminate us.
Go.
There's some shady shit going on. Can't talk on my other account. Gotcha. Either way, I thought you had gone to bed, like, hours ago. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the fact that people are hanging out. I just thought you had conked out. It does, because I had gotten follow-botted, so I needed to be a bit more security focused.
Malfunction detected. Year 2183 CE. Battle of the Citadel. Geth Dreadnought attack. Vault X5.
In the opening minutes of the attack, you'll see that Zakera Ward is almost completely destroyed.
Interrupting. Spectre status recognized. Commander Shepard. The following information is classified.
The unknown aggressor is suspected to be a Reaper aided in its attack on the Citadel by rogue Spectre Saren. The Reaper Sovereign was destroyed by the Fifth Fleet.
Yeah, with my help. But yeah, I needed to lock down permissions a bit. Like I said, I got follow-botted a little while back, and it was just, like, it took a fair amount of doing.
Say pretty, please, and maybe Rex will take a break.
Try it, and we'll see. Now who's gonna get
Commander, I have cataloged 18 previously unknown historical events.
Where's the target glyph?
She is searching for a secret vault. She did not wish to be disturbed.
What?
I thought she was you.
Go find her again.
Stupid machine.
Not a stupid machine. He just got confused. Sorry, I know it's a drag. But like I said, just having to sit there and go through like 50 plus follow bots was a bit much. So when they rolled that out, I was like, yep, we need to lock shit down a little bit. I know you don't mind the work, but I mean, if by sitting there and implementing a couple of things to kind of finish some of those problems, oh shit on me.
Team Mako here, we're on it. Put her in the ground.
Try to help out your friends and you end up in a mech fight. You're welcome, Team Mako.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Haha. Love watching those things explode.
Okay, look up PS1 horror games. No, you don't need to be verified to follow. You need to be verified to talk. Because that's the other part of it. I can sit there and with the push of a button, I can lock down a bunch of stuff, but
Commander,
it's still.
A large contingent of soldiers calling themselves Razor Squad is just ahead. They wish to inflict bodily harm on you. Also, I discovered an Elcor mating totem in Vault 347B. Fascinating.
Krogan, kill shot!
Team Mako here, showing Team Hammerhead how it's done. Hammerhead here, only because you're copying us.
Mako here. If we were, we wouldn't be hitting anything.
This is Team Krogan. I have a higher buddy coming, all of you combined.
Attention, enemy soldiers. Why do you persist in fighting? The Alliance offers a number of benefits and a generous retirement package after 7 years.
Tougher than this. Where do you think you're
You only have a 0.04% chance of winning this encounter.
Drone's giving me a migraine.
He belongs to me.
Keep him on a leash.
Cliff, lower them.
You mess with Shepard, you mess with me.
Is everybody using fire ammo?
Looks like we're clear.
Looks like I saved everyone's ass again.
Sweet.
Hammerhead and Mako, keep pushing ahead.
Right. I might throw up a little bit now, if that's okay with everyone.
So, did you find any PS1 horror games while you were looking,
Commander,
or?
the other you wishes to pass on a message.
Shepard, save yourself the trouble. Once I have what I came here for, you won't matter anymore. Now go, drone. Deliver it.
Your 710 CE, Krogan Genophage. Deployment, Vault T-101.
We have our orders. Release of the genophage against the Krogan has been authorized. Not by my government. Your government invented it. What good is a weapon if you don't use it? Sergeant Tavis, restrain him.
Are we sure of our orders, sir? This is genocide.
Sergeant Hout, restrain them both. I'll press the button myself. One day, Solarian, you will thank us.
Dispersal commencing.
That's how we neutered the Krogan.
Your 693 CE, First Spectre. Below Gear J recruitment, Vault S1.
Below Gear J, you are accused of using 30 civilians as bait to flush out and assassinate your target.
I knew they'd survive. Probably.
You're being released. The Council wants you to implement a new special tactics and reconnaissance group.
Desk job? No, thank you.
This is no desk job. Spectres will be the best of the best. They will operate with impunity and answer only to the Council. You will be the first.
Now that sounds like the best job offer in the galaxy. Count me in.
Bubsy 3D? Probably not.
It appears the other commander has a bad temper. Collateral damage does not concern her.
Intruders have been detected. Please locate the nearest emergency exit. During emergencies,
Year, unknown. Origin, Earth. Early religious artifact, Vault E28.
Okay.
A pity these scientists perished. I would like to have discussed the Elcor mating totem with them.
The Elcor mating totem. No, I don't think I would have liked to have seen that.
Team Hammerhead, we're headed to the
I mean,
next
how
level.
bad it
What's your
is,
location?
even though Kid Me liked it.
Hammerhead, do you copy?
There's Team Mako.
we'll try to clear a path, Commander. How ahead.
Jesus.
Uncle Erngot has a present for you!
Uncle Erdnot has a present for you. I love it.
That had to hurt!
We see the clone, Shepard. Mako going in.
You're 580 BCE. First Citadel landing. A5.
Looks clear.
Launch of the mysterious space station has been uneventful. Pray Goddess it remains so. We humbly take this step for all Asari. The destiny of our people forever altered. These creatures that greet us seem harmless but unable to communicate. Preliminary observations suggest that their role seems to be that of some sort of guardian. We will begin our exploration.
Well, it's an L-core mating totem, and I don't even want to think about what that sounds and looks like.
Attention all personnel. Emergency lockdown initiated.
Like, that just kind of... that worries me a tad.
Intruders have been detected. Please locate the nearest emergency exit.
Can't go that way.
During emergencies, all archival information must be secured.
Team Mako, we're coming up behind. What's your status? We're under! Mako, where are you?
And
You're
Shepard.
2183 CE. First Human Spectre deliberations. Vault SH1.
Commander Shepard's recent accomplishments are not in question. It's her background that the Council has no knowledge of.
Shepard was born on Earth and orphaned at an early age. She managed to survive on the streets until she was able to enlist at 18.
Anything from Shepard's military record that you'd like to call out?
Early in her career, Shepard alone survived a Thresher Maw attack that took down her entire unit. That's the kind of strength, the kind of grit she has.
Thank you for your presentation, and to all who spoke. The Council will render their decision on the suitability of Commander Shepard as Spectre within the day.
And we all know how that went. I'm the most badass Spectre there is.
The other U is jamming our radios. Hammerhead and Mako are trying to get ahead and cut her off. But I've been hit and need help. Please, hurry.
Biometric identification required. Access is authorized.
That's not good.
That can't be good.
Brooks, the vault sealed us in.
Is there an override?
I'm not seeing one.
Cortez! Brooks! Do you read me? Is anyone on this frequency? The short answer is no. They're not.
Don't do that.
The longer answer involves your friends trapped in iridium vaults and forgotten for... well, forever. Others know about this. About you. The Alliance will stop you. What do you think, Staff Analyst Brooks? Will the Alliance stop us? I wouldn't know. I don't actually work for them.
So, who are you so I can kill you?
Who the hell are you? And do you really think I won't track you down? My name doesn't matter. I never keep the same one for more than a few days. And if the elusive man hasn't found me yet, you never will. You're Cerberus? Was. Mr. Elusive and I didn't see eye to eye. He's indoctrinated, whereas I prefer the whispers in my head to be my own. Why not come to me? We could have worked together. In a way, we did. I'm the one who put together all those dossiers on your suicide mission. The Collector base? There was the Solarian Doctor, the Asari Justica, the Turian. Nice to have finally met you, Archangel.
Charmed.
They were all mistakes. We were a pro-human group who started looking to aliens for help. So I bided my time. And when I found another you, who agreed, I woke her up.
But why the lies?
What was the point of it all? All we really wanted was your Spectre code.
I got Shepard.
Spectre access accepted.
But then you survived the hit and insisted on bringing your damned Asari into it. So I had to tie up loose ends.
The arms dealer.
Elijah, it's me. We need to talk.
What the hell's going on? I swear if those guns get tracked back to me...
They won't. But then your sex bot just had to go and recover the data. So here we are, forced to contain the situation.
The second I get out of here, I'm gonna take your head and mount it in the Normandy CIC. Then I'm gonna mount her head next to yours. Then I'm gonna take both your heads and space them out the airlock.
Not before I've ground their skulls to dust.
That sounds very dramatic. And if someone like, say, Commander Shepard made the threat, I'd
Commander
mind.
Shepard did.
But you're not Shepard. Not anymore.
You had Miranda, I have her. Mine has more bite.
It was fun while it lasted.
What are you doing? Setting things right. Remember this?
You were the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
Yeah.
Except somewhere along the way, you forgot about your entire species. You've saved more alien lives than you have human.
They all
I
matter.
don't care what species they are. Every life counts. But maybe a clone wouldn't understand that. You know, the one thing they can't duplicate? Our handprint. Life gives it its shape, not DNA. Which is a problem. Computer, update Council records. Subject, Shepard, human Spectre.
Accessing record. Please input new data. Biometric identifier updated. Good day, Commander Shepard.
Now, if you'll excuse me, the Normandy needs its captain. So, I should go.
Farewell, Commander. I guess this is where legends go to die.
Refresh my memory. Didn't we used to win these things back in the old days?
She said I should go. Do I sound like that?
As long as I've known you, yeah.
Crazy thought, but maybe we should be worrying about this impregnable vault we've been sealed inside forever.
I'm more confident than she is. More in control. With me, it's more like, that's all for now.
Spoken like a Krogan. Show him who's boss.
Probably not a lot of air in here either. An hour, if we're lucky.
Or sometimes I'll talk to you later. Because, you know what, I never do. Leave 'em wanting more. I should...
Shepard, please, why aren't you more worried about this?
Oh, Glyph, you still out there?
Yep.
Yes, Commander.
Unlock this damn thing and go find the others. No one steals my ship. Not even me.
I've got room for Shepard +2, and figure it out fast because the other Shepard is stealing my ship.
Oh, now I get to figure out who I get to bring. We haven't had Rex around, so I want to bring him. We'll bring Liara, because I want to see what the two of them are like.
What?
Oh, I was hoping to go.
As did I. It seems I rarely get picked.
Joker will come back for you, I promise.
We're good, we're good, we're good. I never had a PS1 or 2
I swear you parked the ship
or
for
3.
5 minutes.
Can you contact Citadel Flight Control and get them to deny the departure request?
Tried. All the comm lines in the area are jammed. Probably to make it easier for them to steal my ship.
We'll stop them.
What happens if we lose the Normandy? Couldn't we go to the council and prove who you are?
No. She changed the logs to make her biometrics the official ones. We can't prove anything.
Yes, that. Can we all just agree that it'd be easier to not let Shepard's evil clone steal the Normandy?
One way or another, we are taking this bitch down.
Damn right. You go kill the crap out of it. Okay, Citadel systems are targeting the car. Any closer and they open fire.
Get back and pick up the others ASAP.
Right, they can't have gotten far. Unless they called a cab or something.
Papadopoulos, my man, how are you? How was your stream? Welcome everybody. We are in and playing Mass Effect 3. We are on the Citadel DLC. We are coming towards some of the cooler stuff in the DLC. So just
join me, and together we can rule the galaxy.
Whoa, God. Hit her with that. Nope, that's not gonna work. Let's try this. Nope, missed. So, how is everybody's Saturday? How is everybody's... I just splattered his ass. How is everybody's weekend? What did you guys do? What were you guys playing? I hope, oh Jesus, I hope everybody had a great Saturday and has, oh God. Where you come from? So Papadopoulos, what were you streaming tonight? Oh Jesus. Nope. Okay, we could use some ammo. We are empty.
We need to hurry. They're getting ready to take off.
We're working on it. So far, so good. We are making our way through the tail end of the combat portion of Mass Effect's Citadel DLC. So this one is by far one of my favorites. There's a lot of fan service. There's a lot of comedy in this. You kind of bring everybody along, so it's really a lot of fun. And then once you get done with this, they have a big house party, and you get to see all the nonsense that they come up to during that.
They just gun the engine and go?
Your engineers keep the Normandy in fine condition. Most of the checks are unnecessary.
Thanks for letting me know.
Send a warning to the Normandy. We can't. Tunnels are jammed, remember? Damn it.
Let's move.
come this
So
far
what
just to
were you
watch the
streaming?
Normandy leave.
What were you doing tonight?
And I don't even... Wait. What? You were just on the Normandy. You fired me. Dishonorable discharge for conduct unbecoming. You kicked me
Star
off the ship
Citizen?
with barely enough time to grab my toothbrush.
That's a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses mass effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums.
Yes, I told you that.
And I remember because I'm the real Shepard.
And someone just threw me off the ship. If it wasn't you...
Shepard's got a clone. Makes sense when you think about it.
Yep, let us
I can
through.
explain more later. For now...
Let us in, let us in. That's not good.
Sealed. The Normandy's about to take off. Is there anyone still aboard who can help us?
No, I was only there because I helped with the Normandy retrofits back on Earth. Everyone else is on shore leave.
God, Jiggy was some Star Citizen. I am a day one founder of Star Citizen. And I don't think that game is ever going to launch. Not at the scale that they want, not in the time frame of this, I don't know, century at this point. And I'm a huge fan of the Wing Commander series and all of that. I played every single one of them. Kind of got this feeling that this is going to be vaporware, even though they're raising buttloads of money, even now.
You know the ship inside and out. Can you get me inside?
There's an emergency exit hatch for evacuations. It should be right here.
Manual lock, and it's only meant to be opened from the other side. Any ideas?
I could try a biotic field, but I don't think I have the fine control required to trigger it.
We're being saved by a toothbrush.
Was going to save the Normandy. I'd have been very skeptical.
Just gotten to do it and really enjoying it. I said, the concept is awesome. I just don't think they're ever actually going to launch the damn thing. I really don't.
Ma'am, just before takeoff, Normandy registered a perimeter access alert. One of the security hatches.
Her. Where?
Unknown. When we shut down the AI, we disabled a lot of security systems. Shepard could be anywhere on the ship.
Shepard is standing right in front of you. Are we clear?
It's better this way. Wouldn't you rather take her down yourself?
This is not going to go the way you think this is going to go, ladies.
Find her! Slow her down. Pretty sure we broke Trainer's toothbrush getting the hatch open. Remind me to reimburse her for that. All right. Shepard. Later.
Yeah.
Remind me later.
Little cramped in here.
Quiet. Can't risk them hearing us up top.
Yeah. Get off my tail.
You don't have that much of a tail, Rex, let's be honest.
All right, get a patrol going. Find Shepard. The real one. Hey, what you mean by slow her down? We're allowed to kill Shepard if we have to, right? She said slow her down because she thinks we're cannon fodder. Oh, well, watch out. They're here.
Owie.
I always wanted to do this.
You always wanted to have a firefight on the CIC of my ship?
And it isn't even my birthday.
Oh, come on. Will you kill this guy already? Kill him! Shoot him! Something? Anybody? Thank you. Ha, gotcha. Oh, I love this game. I love this game. I love this
I
game.
need you to lock down the Normandy. Can you help us out? Edie, do you copy?
They must have taken her offline.
Let's get to the cargo bay.
Please send this to an animal shelter for proper disposal, as a warship is not an appropriate... Oh, that is not okay.
They were gonna get rid of my space hamster. I am not okay with this. I am absolutely not okay with this.
You ready?
Absolutely.
No worrying. No emotional concerns. You've grown up, T'Soni.
Killing people gets less troubling after the first few hundred.
It does indeed.
Not the gun that we're using. I will go for the eyes.
Well, that's creepy. You want to stop shooting up my ship?
It's not your ship.
My ship?
It will be. I've taken your name, your Spectre rank, even your fingerprints. And then you
Not for
left me
long.
to die. Only I didn't. You think fake fingerprints are gonna fool the Council? Or Hackett? How's that big plan looking now? Hatchet squad to the shuttle bay.
I lost one ship already. I'm not losing another.
Owie.
Negative. I'm occupied in the shuttle bay.
Roger that, Commander. We'll proceed with Plan B. Plan B? The hell is Plan B? Shepard, this is Vega. Do you copy?
We need backup.
Here we go. Okay, I need some ammo. So I'm in trouble. Come on, come on. It's not going well.
What the hell's going on up there? Get us out of the nebula and jump to FTL.
We can't. A sky car keeps blocking our path.
Then shoot it.
Ruh-roh.
Need to stay within 30 degrees of the nose to block course plotting.
That makes us a perfect target.
No, that makes us the bait. Do you want me to drive?
No.
Come on, guys.
Damn it. Launch the shuttle and blow that thing out of the sky.
Be careful around the cargo ramp.
I am Commander Shepard.
some of that.
Are you kidding me? Conrad Burner is better at being me than you are.
Is that all you got? The real Shepard hits a lot harder.
Take that. Die already. Oh, this is where people get splattered.
Look at you. What makes you so damn special? Why you and not me?
Hang on.
Because of that.
We've got you.
Thanks.
That's why.
What about this pie jam?
All right. What do we think, chat? Do we save the clone or do we kill the clone? I will leave it up to you. You can be as bloodthirsty or as merciful as you'd like. We can kill or we can save. I leave it up to you. We got, I'll say 60 seconds to make up our minds.
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy.
So, all right, so you want to save that pizza time? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So we've got one vote for save. Anybody else? What are we thinking? Save, kill, save, kill. Got about 30 seconds. Last chance. All right. Sun votes to save, so it looks like that's what we're doing. Looks like we're gonna save their life.
Here, take my hand. And then you live. For what?
Yo. You had splat.
Fortunately, they weren't here long enough to do much real damage. Although I may need some help from James cleaning up the damage to the shuttle bay.
Plus, they overloaded the heat diffusion system firing at us. Not sure if you noticed, but Shuttle Guy here did some crazy stunt flying to keep us in one piece.
It's nice to fly something a little more maneuverable than the Kodiak.
What about Edie? Is she back online?
I am once again fully in control of the Normandy.
Glad to hear it. What about the mercs? Any survivors?
Just one crappy-ass pilot and her. Alliance has taken her to a high-security facility. Maybe she can give him some dirt on Cerberus.
I'll be more than happy to cooperate with the authorities.
Until you escape.
Me? Escape? But I'm not a field agent.
Stop. Just stop. You betrayed me and the Alliance in the middle of a war.
I was young and naive. Admit it, Commander. You'll miss me.
Not this time.
Not at this range, I won't.
Maintenance to the shuttle bay?
Oh, I
The rest of the
apologize.
squad's waiting outside. We'll have the Normandy back in shape in no time.
I apologize. I got some pretty wicked follow botting and other stuff a couple weeks ago, so the following and the chatting requires a little bit more security than normal. So I apologize for that.
This hasn't been the most relaxing. Come on, maybe we can take some actual time off. No explosions or anything. Just us.
Don't know about no explosions, but just us sounds perfect.
So, after a hard day spent fighting an evil clone, you know what comes next.
A nap?
Please. We partied down.
Well, I gotta get going. Things to settle up before I head back to Tuchanka. Always fires to put out when you're in charge, right? Let me know if you want to hang out or if you're having that party.
See ya.
Party, huh?
Well, no pressure. No one's gonna make you throw a party.
Begin the party prep.
All right. Good idea. Let's set it up.
I've channeled discretionary funds into your account for the purchase of any celebratory supplies, Commander.
Okay, Edie and Cortez and Trainer are in. What?
I have also informed Dr. Tassoni about any potential upcoming celebrations.
Wait, I am in charge of the guest list.
Yeah, so there's no uninvite button on this thing?
All right, but when it's time, I invite the rest.
Cortez just invited James. So...
Come on, Seth Green.
I'm gonna go out and see how much trouble I can get into without snapping a femur.
Members of your crew have expressed interest in spending time with you, Commander. You can check your private terminal for messages. If you require activities, Silver Sun Strip has an arcade in addition to the casino. You have also been granted a complimentary pass to the combat simulator.
Thanks, Cliff. Guess I should take advantage of some shore leave myself.
Alright, so let's see, what time is it? Purchase party supplies. And what else was this one? 15,000 credits. Okay, let's give it a save. So, unfortunately, you guys are kind of coming in right at the tail end of streaming tonight. So, we've been kind of going for about 4.5 hours now. So, the plan, 4 hours, nah, we do all right. We do all right. I also have realized that I can't do too long of a stream because the recording gets to be too big, and it takes forever to get the upload to YouTube. And they have like a 250 gig size limit for a file, and recording it at 4K will hit that.